Yo, what up, everybody? It's Wes, aka DougieNMySnuggy, and we're coming back with some ranked seasons. Gonna do it a little bit different today. I'm going to do like a post commentary. This is a game that I had already played, and I'm just going to kind of talk over it in the background while you watch what went on. My opponent is going to be the Iowa Redbirds, Bradley 23. His team has got Ichiro Suzuki, Roberto Alomar, Frank Thomas, Wade Boggs, Ricky Henderson, Duke Snider, his creative player, Brian McCann. And it's going to be a Nolan Ryan versus Nolan Ryan matchup. And this ended up being a very good game. It was my first game on Legend difficulty. And we're also making Duke Snider's debut. I got him hitting 5th in the lineup. So I was a little intimidated going into this game. I looked up my opponent's rating before we started, and I saw he was rated, I'm pretty sure he was in the 990s or 980s. We'll see at the end of the game. Maybe he's like 988 or something. And so I knew this was going to be my first Legend game. And then I seen it was Nolan Ryan versus Nolan Ryan. I'm like, well, fuck. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Legend difficulty was intimidating to me. I had read so much people like talking bad about it or how hard it was on Twitter, on Twitch, and it kind of intimidated me. So I really wasn't too interested in playing it. So this is my first experience with it, and it ended up being one of the most enjoyable games that I've played in a while. And it's a pretty sick game. It's a pretty sick game. So let's go ahead and jump into it. You saw my opponent's lineup there. Let's take a look. Let's get this game started. All right, here we go. Getting the game started. I just want to take some pitches to get used to the Legend difficulty pitch speeds. And then once I got into the game, I realized, well, this is not that big of a deal. However, I did strike out a lot in this game. It kind of was. I mean, it's not like it was easy. It definitely wasn't easy. But I had it in my head that I was physically incapable of catching up to these pitch speeds, even though I did right there with Shroud just strike out on swinging too late. But I wasn't ready for that pitch. My opponent here, he was a very good hitter. He just wasn't squaring up. Well, when he did square up the ball, it kind of went at me, so I got lucky in that regard. But he hardly ever struck out. I think I might have struck him out twice the whole game. And he put pretty good wood on the ball most of the time. However, he was a little impatient. He didn't, like, you could get him to chase balls out of the zone. But not too far out of the zone. He was a smart hitter, but he wasn't very patient. You see, we come back and strike out on a third straight batter, so Legend difficulty wasn't starting out very well. Now, here's Duke Snider making his debut, and I finally put a ball in play. That was the first guy to put a ball in play since my leadoff hitter. But we got used to the pitch speeds within the first couple innings. I didn't get no hits in the first 2 innings, but neither did my opponent. As you can see, it was just a pitcher's duel to start out. But you can watch how he jumps on some of these pitches and gets pretty good swings on them. He's probably just barely not squaring them up or something. And he also had Wade Boggs, which I think it was the first time I faced Wade Boggs, maybe. And there we go. We got Ricky Henderson, kept him off the bases for the most part. Ricky Henderson fucks me in the ass here a little bit later in this game. If you're on my Twitter, you've probably already seen it. But as you can see, we got Nolan Ryan. We got him going pretty good. Got him rolling over some pitches. He was definitely sitting dead red on that fastball. He was not wanting to be late on the fastball at all. But here's our first hit on Legend difficulty. Tony Gwynn does it. Tony Gwynn had a good game. You can see our first hit comes off a sinker straight down the middle. And then I thought I got this ball with Pudge, man. I really thought I got that ball, especially the way he was running to the wall. I was like, well, shit, this is easy. But unfortunately, I did not. And look at this bunt. How do you make your guy bunt like that every time? So we got Tony Gwynn over in the scoring position with 1 out, and this is where we start doing a little damage. We get our first hit. Then we get our second hit. We're already up 1-0. That was Robbie Alomar actually doing something there. And then we've got Willie Mays coming up here. Just swiped the bag on the first pitch with Robbie. He was not ready for it. I should have taken more advantage of McCann behind the plate. And then we got a turned on the inside fastball like it was nothing. But look at Ricky Henderson, you asshole. That's the second time in the last 2 videos that he's robbed me of a home run. Unfortunately, he didn't catch this one. He just knocked it down. Then we go back to Stroud. I thought I made a good swing on that. He hits it deep in the hole. I thought maybe I could run it out, but no. Let's go in the inning, but we did score 2 runs there in the third, so we're up 2-0. Got a little bit of breathing room here. And then, I'm not sure who that is right there that just hit. It might have been his creator player. And then he's got that signature McCann. And he didn't do much with him, but he did scare the shit out of me with him on one pitch. I put Duke Snider in left field. I didn't really know how to set my lineup with Snider. Who to take out. I ended up taking out Ricky Henderson. As you can see, Alomar just covers all kind of ground over there. So that's another easy 1-2-3. So we got a perfect game through the first 3. Now we're in the top of the 4th. Frank Thomas leads off the inning with a base hit off of like a hanging changeup. Notice a lot of Nolan Ryan's changeups just go way up in the zone. And then look at this hit by Duke Snider. That's how you get a hit with Duke Snider right there. Swing very late. Break your bat in 2. And Hornsby strikes out. This is a wasted opportunity here. Look how bad this gets. Hornsby struck out there with runners on first and second. Nobody out. Swing at first pitch with Tony Gwynn. Pop it up to the catcher. And now our pitcher spot. No. Pudge is up. And I struck out with Pudge. So, what a wasted opportunity there. Still got that 2-0 lead there. And we just keep pitching with Nolan Ryan. We messaged each other a little bit after the game. He said he usually hits Nolan Ryan better. This guy was a nice guy. I sent him a GG at the end of the game. And it was just a really well-played game on both. I wouldn't say it was like... Anyway, we leave one over the plate. He gets on the board with Frank Thomas. I don't want to spoil the video. That's why I was stumbling over my words there. So, you can see he's up. It's 2-1 now. We lost a little bit of our lead. Then he gets a cue shot with Wade Boggs. That's probably a typical Wade Boggs hit. I haven't faced him much, but we get. Oh yeah, I thought that was a strikeout, but. We just throw that in the dirt. Now they got Frank Thomas in scoring position, or whoever that was in scoring position. But anyway, he pops up, and that's going to end the inning. It's 2-1 now. So now we're leading off the inning with Nolan Ryan. We have no chance here. No chance of making contact there. But now we're back up to the top of the inning. Got Roberto Alomar up. I got a hanging breaking ball, or whatever that was. Thought I crushed it, but it was just to the warning track. But luckily we got Willie Mays. He turns on an inside sinker. No doubt Yak. Got that run back that Frank Thomas got on us. Turned on that ball pretty good. I didn't quite square it up, but I'll take the home run. And then I got another hanger there with Stroud. It was a little bit early on it, but I did square it up. I think I was early. Frank got another hanger. Unfortunately, he hits it on the ground, but his third baseman couldn't handle it. So now we got first and second, 2 out. Duke Snider up, chance to do some damage. He actually comes through. We score another run. It's 4-1 now. I kind of like Duke's swing. Duke's got a pretty nice swing. So I might use him a little more often. The problem is you're giving up on some defense out there in left field. Hornsby put a pretty good swing into that ball, but it's just a high fly ball to end the inning. But we did score another run. We're up 4-1 now. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Because I'd already settled in. I've gotten used to the pitch speeds at this point. But this guy's a fighter, man. He just stayed in the game with me the whole game. He never gave up. I think that's his creative player there. Thought we had two turn there, but the guy was so fast, he run it out. Now he's got this B-Mac. This is where B-Mac scared the shit out of me. I tried to get a first pitch fastball in there for a strike, get ahead, and he was sitting there waiting on it. Fortunately, he got under it. Thought that was going to be a 2-run yak there. Now we put in Joey Galler to pinch hit for Nolan Ryan, and we get him to pop up to end the inning. Thought that was going to be one of those balls where I had to reach over the stands, but we just come right back into play, I guess. Now, I've got Tony Gwynn leading off the 6th inning. He gets on with a walk. He brings in Zach Britton, who I hate facing, but I put some good swings on him. That's Pudge. Just thought I crushed that ball with Pudge. It was squared up, pretty sure. Then we try to bunt him over again with Nolan Ryan, and he hits the ball 100. He got 110-mile-an-hour exit velocity off that bunt, apparently. Here we go into a double play. All right, so now we're in the bottom of the 6th. We're still up 4-1, feeling pretty good. Still pitching good. Got Ichiro off balance there. He just check swings the ball right back to me. And then this Robbie Alomar was kind of the biggest pain in my ass the whole game. My Alomar doesn't hit. His started to. This actually was my best game with Alomar, though. I thought Alomar was getting a hit there. He gets hits later. And then we got Frank Thomas up. Boy, I threw him a meat pitch right there. He didn't get on it. So it ended up being an easy 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. Now I'm feeling really good. We're in the late innings. I still got Britton in here. We got Alomar up. This is a lot of Alomar's outs for me. It's where you just... The ball's in the circle. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't the best swing. But a lot of Alomar's outs for me. The ball is in the circle, but you get like good, okay contact, and it's just kind of an easy fly ball. And then everybody else hits laser beams with Alomar against me. Now we got Shroud up with 2 outs. I had an 0-2 pitch. I had to kind of just take whatever he gave me. So it ended up being an easy 1-2-3 inning for us. Now we still got Nolan Ryan in here in the 7th. Puts a good swing on the ball with Wade Boggs. It's just an easy first out to start the inning, so we're still cruising with Nolan Ryan here. I think this is the first time I struck him out in the whole game. We got Ricky Henderson to chase a curveball there in the dirt. Fortunately, Pudge picked it up and we threw him out at first. Now I think this is Duke Snider, and got the ball way in on his hands. He was sitting dead red on that fastball, but it went way inside the strike zone. We got him to pop up. Now we're in the top of the 8th. We got Frank Thomas up. He rolls over a ball for a first out to start the inning. I'm just showing every at bat of the game in this one. I didn't really know how to do it. Frank Thomas or Duke Snider's back up. I was late on this ball. I was late on that ball. It was close. Ricky Henderson out there just banging off the wall again. All right, then we got Rogers Hornsby up. Hits me with a perfect slider there. That was Bruce Sutter we were facing there. Just locked me up with that perfect slider. Then this is his creative player. Good swing on the ball. He just lines out the MLB 19 curse. Then we got Brian McCann here. He rolls over a little dinker, and those are the ones that fall for hits. All right, runner on first. He brings in Cody Bellinger. We get him to, I thought it was going to be a double play, but Bellinger's fast enough to run that out. But now you got 2 outs with a runner on first. Got Ichiro up, who scares the shit out of me. But he ends up lining out to the second base. Little soft liner to Robbie Alomar to end the inning. He brings in Aroldis Chapman. We worked the count in our favor. He hung a slider. Tony Gwynn showing off the pop with a leadoff solo home run here in the top of the 9th. 5-1 game. Easy now. It's easy mode. Put a pretty good swing on cutter from Trevor Hoffman there with Pudge. Just ended up being a lazy fly ball though. So now we took out Nolan Ryan in the 9th. And we put in Ichiro. End up striking out, but I guess he missed his throwing meter and he had to throw it again. And Ichiro ended up getting on base. Then we struck out with Robbie, but we stole second with Ichiro. So now we got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Willie Mays up to the plate. I chase a pitch up and out in the zone. Pop it up to end the inning. But it's a 5-1 inning. All we got to do now is shut it down. I brought in Kenley Jansen. I took out Bruce Sutter because I was going to sell him. So I brought in Kenley Jansen. Boy, was that a mistake. Kenley Jansen will never be in my bullpen again. So he leads off the inning with a home run from Roberto Alomar. Frank Thomas comes up next. I try to sneak another fastball by him. Yeah, it goes right down the middle of the plate. And 2 back-to-back home runs. All of a sudden, our lead is shrunk down to 2. That's all for Kenley Jansen. Get the hell out of my game. We bring in Zach Britton to face Wade Boggs here. Get her first out. And then I forget who he's got up next. Oh, he's got Ricky Henderson up next. Try to get the second out here. We do. 2 down. All we got to do is get out Duke Snider. Can't do it. Now the tying run is coming up to the plate in the name of Crash Davis, his creative player who is not even a diamond. And here we go. We throw him a sinker outside. Try to throw it outside. It comes inside. Fuck my life. The game is tied. Oh, I was so sick at my stomach there. But at least it wasn't from like bad luck. It was just like I was more mad because I wasn't really even mad. I was pissed that I just wasn't happy the way I was pitching. Let's just put it that way. So he ended up tying it up in the 9th. He got 4 runs, sick comeback in the 9th, tied it up. We go to extra innings now. Got Shroud leading off. He can't get on base. Now we got Frank Thomas coming up. Facing Goose Gossage here. We just hit a little dinker back to Goose Gossage with Frank Thomas. 2 quick outs. Now we got Duke Snider up. Let's see if he can get anything. Full count. We strike out. 1-2-3 inning in the 10th. So we got Raleigh Fingers here. We get Ichiro to pop up. I thought he was going to get a little blooper, but look at Shroud come in. The computer took over there and got me that hit. Then we try to sneak it. I don't know why I threw this pitch. He was all over this pitch all game. Robbie Alomar does it again. Walk-off home run. We lose the game. I lose a game I should have won easily. Oh, that was sickening. That was sickening. As you can see, his rating was it was 978. So he's a 990 player now. You're welcome. And we went from 928 to 916. But overall, I enjoyed the game. Overall, it was a fun game to play. The opponent was not cheesy at all. He was a good player, and we had a good matchup. And that's really what makes this game enjoyable, is when you have matchups like that. Even though I lost, I felt like the loss was more my fault. Just it was bad pitching, bad pitch selection, bad pitcher selection. I shouldn't have put in Kenley Jansen there, knowing I had Raleigh Fingers. But anyway, let's take a look. We had Willie Mays going 2 for 5 in his first Legend game. He had a double and a home run. Tony Gwynn went 2 for 3. He had a home run. Robbie Alomar actually got a hit. Duke Snider went 2 for 5 in his debut. And Nolan Ryan pitched very well and didn't give up but 1 run. And then we put in the bullpen and they blew it for us in the 9th. All right, but anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. I really thought that Legend was going to be something that I couldn't do live commentaries with, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Pitch speeds are higher. It's a little bit tougher. I'm going to strike out more until I get really used to it. But it's not like people let on. It's playable. It's not, I don't know. Everybody talked about how it wasn't fun, but I had fun in that game. Maybe we'll see something different as we go along, but I don't know. It was two pretty equally skilled opponents, I would say, in my opinion, and we had a good game. So I don't know. Maybe it is balanced. I have no idea. It's hard to tell from one game. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button if you have not done so already. Once again, I really appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you next time. Peace out.